You know what the first thing they teach you in law school isn't? That your own client will stab you in the back if it saves him a dime. One man tried exactly that with me, ignored every warning I gave him, and then, when everything blew up, tried to pin it all on me. But instead of destroying my career, he destroyed his own. And the best part? I didn't even have to lift a finger when karma came for him. If you ever wanted to see justice served to someone who disrespected you, hit that like button right now. Subscribe too, because this is one of the most satisfying revenge stories you'll ever hear. I was pushing 40, with over a decade of legal practice under my belt, when I finally understood a lesson an old lawyer once drilled into me. He told me, a lawyer has 3 duties. First himself, second to court, and last, always last, to the client. Because clients, they'll throw you under the bus without a second thought. At the time, I thought he was just being cynical. But he was right. And years later, that advice became my shield when one client, let's call him Frank, nearly wrecked everything. Frank was pushing 60, a self-important company man. His company wasn't massive, but it had money, enough to own several properties. One of those buildings burned to the ground, millions at stake. The insurance should have covered it. But here's the problem. Frank thought he was smarter than everyone else, especially lawyers, especially me. He loved to nickel and dime me every chance he got, like my legal fees came out of his own paycheck. He gloated when he thought he didn't need me. And now, with millions of dollars on the line, he flat out told me, I've got this under control. I knew right then he was going to screw this up. Every conversation was the same. Frank, the insurance company is stringing you along. They're going to stall until the limitation period expires. If we don't sue before then, you lose everything. And Frank? He'd sigh, maybe laugh, brush me off like a mosquito. Relax. The adjuster and I get along great. But my gut twisted every time. The limitation period was 2 weeks away. If he didn't act, he'd be out millions. So I begged. I emailed him again and again, warnings in black and white. One final email said, I'll be at trial and unavailable. You must sue. Pick any firm if you don't want me. But do it, or it's over. And Frank? He didn't respond. Weeks passed, then months. No word. Part of me thought, maybe Frank pulled it off. Maybe I was wrong. Until my phone rang. It was Frank, his voice sheepish. Remember that insurance thing? My stomach sank. I thought he was calling to gloat. So I said, so they paid out? That's great, Frank. You were right. Silence. Then, wait, you can file the claim? The air left my lungs. He hung up. Minutes later, an email popped up, twisting the knife. Frank claimed he had told me to sue, and he was just following up for a copy. My blood boiled. He was trying to set me up, make it look like I had failed him. I wasn't about to take the fall for Frank's incompetence. So I hit reply all, and in that CC line, his boss's boss, and their in-house counsel, Bill. I wrote, as I explained before, the insurer never intended pay. The limitation period expired. As predicted, Frank's failure to act has left the company with losses in the millions. Mic drop. Within hours, Bill called me. His voice was tight, but calm. We know Frank's lying. We pulled the emails. It doesn't add up. What do we do now? And that's when I got to drop the bombshell. Actually, I said, when I realized Frank was going to mess this up, I quietly filed a claim myself. No instructions. No approval. I just did it. Bill went silent. Lawyers aren't supposed to sue without client instructions. It's a huge risk. I could have been personally liable. But then I heard in his voice, relief, gratitude. Thank God. Send me the file. We'll amend it. You just saved us millions. A few days later, another company man called me. Not Bill. Someone I'd never spoken to before. His words were calm, almost casual. Frank won't be handling matters anymore. I pictured it immediately. Frank, summoned to the boardroom, his excuses unraveling. The bosses laying out every email, every warning I'd sent, watching the color drain from his face as his lies collapsed. And then, the walk of shame. His things in a cardboard box. Security walking him past his coworkers. Straight out the door. Bye-bye, Frank. I wish I could say I felt bad. Losing that job at his age was probably career-ending. A life-changing humiliation. But here's the thing. Frank wasn't just careless. He wasn't just arrogant. He tried to throw me under the bus to save his own skin. And instead, he ended up crushed under the wheels himself. Justice doesn't always come with fireworks. Sometimes it's silent. A cardboard box. A security escort. The cold realization that your arrogance just cost your company millions, and your career everything. And me? I kept the client. In fact, the man who replaced Frank respected me, trusted me, never nickel and dime me again. The lesson? Clients, bosses, anyone, they'll try to shift blame when things get messy. But if you stay sharp, stay prepared, sometimes karma doesn't need your help. It'll drive the bus for you. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button and drop a comment. Have you ever had someone try to throw you under the bus? I want to hear your stories. And don't forget to subscribe for more tales of revenge, karma, and justice served ice cold.